Scorpios, it is yours truly, World Famous Tarot. Cheers. It's just water. It's just water. So we're going to be doing a past, present, near future. I am using I believe it's the Spellcaster's deck. I should know that by now. I have the star card tattooed from this particular deck. Coincidentally, it is the only card missing in this deck. So, above all things, know you're a star, Scorpio. But yeah, let's get straight into it. We're going to do the hidden energy as well, clarify it, give it some illumination, and then go into your main message besides the past, present, near future, see what the theme is. And we'll be closing it off with Angel Oracle decks over here. And I will be using as a clarifier the Wild Unknown. Scorpios, I hope this reading finds you well. Go ahead and subscribe, like, drop a comment, get together on Instagram. Let's do it. So, Scorpios, Eight of Swords. So, it's a liberation energy. So you liberated yourself, disconnected, whether it's closing a karmic cycle, closing a chapter of your life, disconnecting, cord cutting, you name it. You definitely weren't trapped inside your head. Good for you. So a lot of freedom, a lot of time to really fly, explore. Just to clarify, we got the Daughter of Wands. So yeah, just more time to work on your creative projects. Good for you. Staying in your good, healthy vibration, I would say. The only thing I could really say, and maybe it's not intended, right? I would want to say, oh, you could take these projects and hobbies to another level and make it something fabulous for the world. But sometimes these things aren't meant to be created as a business. Sometimes these things aren't meant for the world to see. This is like drawing for yourself, cooking a masterpiece just for yourself and not even posting it on Instagram, for example. This is you finding a good vibration within yourself, knowing yourself, and two daughter cards. So some of you may have a daughter, some of you may be either young and just have a lot to learn more about yourselves as far as your evolution goes. If you do have a daughter, I would just keep in mind that keep a lot of personal creativity, like encourage that. It's what makes us ourselves, right? How everyone has a different, unique fingerprint. That's what makes, it's going to make her thrive if you have a daughter. Give her a lot of confidence in herself to be sitting in her own energy, her own personality, her own likes and dislikes. There may be someone that's out of the picture, whether it's a father that is not present. Hey, thank you. And there's not really much to speak on that. I feel like you may know, may not know, whether you're looking for somebody, if you're single. I don't feel in the recent past, I will stop it, but there's someone you may have disconnected from. That's a small group of you. Moving forward into the Knight of Wands, I see literally that. You're moving forward. You're moving forward with something, with somebody, with a job, with a creation of yours, with a passion and a desire of yours. Whatever you do, I feel like you're doing it fearlessly. I'm being called to pull these two that sort of slipped out. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups in reverse. So a feeling like lack of love. But I feel like what you're learning at this time is the power of creation, the power of, look, the Lovers. The power to understand that where there is nothing is simply an opportunity to create something. For example, love. Where there is no love, one of the solutions, if it's a problem, is to add love. Maybe this is a disconnect of love if you had to pull your energy back. Maybe someone did that from you. Who knows? Wheel of Fortune, I feel like things are going to move into the next chapter with this person. I did put the Lover's card back in there as we're going to clarify this Two of Cups in reverse, even though we've already spoken about it. But let's clarify that Wheel of Fortune, what is ahead, as above, so below. This proves my exact thing that I was just talking about. It's wherever you want to do with it. You know, what is love? How can you really describe love? So many ways. And the thing is, it's because I don't want to steer you in a direction, and that's my point, right? Love is a choice that sometimes we have to make, Gemini energy, and it will reflect in the energy that is given out. So for example, having the choice of reacting with love or without love is significant in the direction of the next chapter, of the next energy that will be accumulated. I don't want to speak about karma just yet because we do have it as your main theme, justice over there, but understand that there is such a balance in the universe that requires us to understand that odds, statistically speaking, odds are if you react out of a place of love and light, it'll be much more positive, hopefully much more positive outcome in the long run as compared to dealing with something very negative, reacting negatively, maybe out of fear, maybe, who knows. You have to do what's best for you. Sometimes being mean to someone, or maybe retracting your energy, or them doing that to you, who knows, is actually an act of love, when without you even knowing it, as above, so below. This is like pushing someone away in the healthiest form. For example, just as an example, someone who has a drug addiction, like a heavy, bad, that is like, you should not be around this person type of thing. You can choose to push them away and want better for them, but in their eyes, it may not seem like love. It seems like you're being pushed away. So just remember that as long as you know where you're coming from, you know what you want, you know what you're doing, you understand your own shadow side. Also working with the moon cycles. If you feel the moon has been interrupting your relationships, that's probably there too. Empress in reverse, Father of Cups, Star card. It's a process. It's definitely divine. Everything is divine, whether good or bad. And I would recommend the World, Four of Pentacles. Keep it pushing, moving forward. Don't stay stagnant. And I think that may be a problem you may be having, is to go back to this Knight of Wands here as far as full force energy. You got to move it forward. Keep it pushing, moving forward. If you stay too deep in thought, too deep in one energy, life goes on. Life doesn't wait for anybody. So what you want to do, and I think you're going to move forward, but how are you handling the situation? That's going to be totally up to you, and that'll help with it. As far as karmic energies, preventing, I blurted out preventing, but this is sort of the energy I was getting at. Heartbreak. So as you approach, I wouldn't say prepare yourself for heartbreak, but rather be strong enough in your self-love to alchemize tough and difficult moments of energy so that it could be healing and not, maybe, this is like a typical couple fight maybe or something, who knows. But some of you, have been in search of love as well. Like, the story's going to be different for everybody. So if you haven't manifested that, then look deep into yourself and ask yourself the real questions as to why that is. There's going to be so many reasons for everybody. We're going to keep it pushing, moving forward to your hidden energy, Temperance. You don't want to talk about it. It's not really shown to people. We maybe have put it back in the back burner. And what I would say is get in touch with your human side. Do human things. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, but ground yourself enough to know that although you have to be here on Earth and go through this, what I would call death process, the aging process from birth to death, it's the in-between that matters. It's not necessarily the details, but like the beautiful side of life in between, the happy moments, the birthdays. Hopefully they're good and bad. Good. And it's going to be different for everybody. But going back to Temperance, balancing, alchemizing the energy, as above, so below, with the Temperance and the Cups. Beautiful card. But same thing over here in your present energy, as above, so below. So it's like, how are you alchemizing? Where are you taking this? Where do you want to take this? And not just this as in the situation, the person, people, place, things, but it says a lot about who you are. So where do you want to take yourself? Who do you want to be? Who are you? One of the biggest questions out there. So find time to get in touch with your inner child is the clarity on that card. Life is good. Life is good. God is good. Do things that are fun. I mean, to grow old and still be smiling is a blessing. Don't become a bitter person filled with regret or the heaviness of others or resentment and things like that. Children give us a lot of hope. So some of you may be having thoughts of having children or what it would be like to have children one day. But if you are super young, definitely enjoy your youth. Do things, explore. This is your time to live it up, to find out what you're about. And it's a process. It's a maturing process. Father of Cups. Everything's a process from A to B. That's the temperance energy, A to B, and the in between A to B, right? So work on all that. Your likes now might be changing a few years from now. You may not like the same foods. Go ahead and just pursue it from a place of a lot of light and positivity rather than how can I use this energy to manipulate people or hurt somebody. If you're that type of energy, fuck off out of my channel. Like, I don't fuck with that devil energy shit. I mean, that's just me personally. Everyone has their own beliefs, good and bad. Blah, I'm not gonna put that shit on you, but I'm seeing it clear as day. And the message here is to, as you heal that inner child, that's going to let you see the world in a much lighter sense, in a much more brightful, beautiful place that it is. Because your main theme here is karma. Your main theme is justice, balance, clearing out, I would say, old chapters, clearing out that karma that is the residual of things from the past, as well as what do you want your future to look like? What type of karma do you want to start building for yourself? I hope it's good karma. But otherwise, be free, be liberated. There's no right or wrong way if you want to look at it that way, but rather live. Don't be too much worried on the destination, but rather the journey. So this one over here, I had skipped it, but it's your near future. I feel like you are going to be leaving a reminiscing mindset. You're no longer going to be focused on things of the past. I feel like you're done with that. You've healed a lot. Very much in touch with your inner child. Go ahead and keep having fun, living life, living good for yourself, justice. But there is justice coming. Your main theme is justice, the balancing of the scales, the balancing of life. Remember, if you've been avoiding shadow work, it may pop itself up in other forms and manifestations, even in your own love life. So be careful with that. But overall, good reading. We're going to close this out, Scorpios. Wish you guys always nothing but the best, opportunity and change. Got this one yesterday from myself. A lot of seeing things from a lighter lens than such a dark one. As above, so below. Breaking addiction. So this could be not just drugs or anything like that, but rather breaking addictions of that. It's a subconscious reprogramming of your mind. Breaking addictions from mental ways of thinking, old PTSD or past thoughts, and just realizing, you know what, that's no longer you anymore. So evolving, evolution, breaking away patterns. Dawn, a new chapter. Sagittarius got this as well, but it's a new beginning, and with that new beginning you may go through some tough times, but just remember the sun comes out again. Goddess of light. One more to close this off. It is yours truly. If it resonated, if you liked it, go ahead and literally hit the like, support. Seven of Earth, seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Go explore, go do things, live it up. Love you, Scorpios. Till next time. Bye.